We're joined by one man making a difference in this sector. This is Ran Gidor, former Israeli ambassador to Georgia, joining us from our studios in Jerusalem. Ambassador Gidor, thanks for being with us. Appreciate your time here. I want to jump right to what I understand as some of your latest work now, since coming out of your role as the ambassador. You're dealing with children coming out of the war zone in Ukraine with cancer, as far as I understand. Can you describe the sheer difficulty in what you're doing and exactly how you're impacting the situation?
Thank you. Yes. I'm one of several humanitarian coordinators currently working for Mashav. Mashav is the Israeli Foreign Ministry's International Development Cooperation Agency that has been in existence for 64 years, operating vis-a-vis more than 140 developing countries all around the world. I've been a diplomat for 27 years, and I have to say that what I'm doing now in the context of the terrible war in Ukraine is possibly the most daunting and certainly the most moving experience that I've had to do in the course of my professional activities. We were given a substantial budget in order to bring over to Israel 10 Ukrainian children, and when I say children, I mean mostly children under 5 or 6 years of age, for oncological treatment. Now, it may sound like something pretty straightforward, but when you consider the sheer challenges in trying to obtain the medical information, medical portfolio about the the condition of the child, what treatment the child has been getting so far, which medication the child may be allergic to, then subsequently getting the child out of Ukraine into Poland, Romania, or Czech Republic, bringing the child over to Israel, and because we're dealing with minors, we need to bring at least one next of kin. Normally it would be the mother, because fathers, men of fighting age are not allowed out of Ukraine. And then, as we all know, oncological treatment may take months, sometimes even years. So it's not just a matter of finding the right expert in Israel to deal with a child, but also finding housing units for the parent, for the next of kin, and dealing with the family and providing explanation and medical advice in either Ukrainian or Russian or both. So the sheer logistical challenge seems extremely daunting, sometimes insurmountable.
Incredible. What's the scale? You mentioned having a budget to go after 10 children who deem most in need. Can you give us the scale of just what you're out to achieve? Is it only 10 right now? Is it expanding? Give us a sense of where this is going.
Well, as we all know, the war was virtually unexpected. It took almost everyone by surprise. So we had to divert. When I say we, I mean the Israeli Foreign Ministry and Mashav, the International Development Cooperation Agency. We had to react almost overnight and divert enormous budgets that had been earmarked for humanitarian projects elsewhere, all over the world, and put those other projects on hold and divert them into Ukraine. I can say that in my, again, 27 years of diplomatic work, I have never witnessed such a concerted effort by the Israeli Foreign Ministry to get involved and assist in a conflict which, let's face it, Israel is not even a party. So I'm very lucky to be working in a team with colleagues who are giving everything they've got 24/7 for this. And we are a very small team. And also our embassy in Ukraine is doing heroic work. The embassy actually shuttles between Warsaw and Kiev. Right. So we don't have a permanent team resident in Kiev. So again, you can imagine that even making a phone call to find out about the flight booking for a child of 3 and his mother could take a week to organize, what with the power breakdowns and the infrastructure hits that they're taking from the Russians.
So at this point, I don't know what you can tell us, that the Israeli diplomatic presence in Ukraine, it comes and goes. You're saying it depends on the level of the conflict going on right now, but there's not standing personnel there all the time. This is adding to the layer of difficulty you're facing.
Absolutely. We are reacting to the situation as it unfolds on the ground. Obviously, I wouldn't like to go too much into detail because we have to consider the safety of our colleagues in the embassy, led by my friend and colleague, the ambassador Mikhail Brodsky. Also, I have to say that what I'm personally doing, this project involving children with cancer, is only one small part of the overall framework of aid led by Mashav. I can mention the fact that Israel and Mashav Israel was the only country so far to establish a field hospital inside Ukrainian territory during the first month.
Sorry to cut on in you. Keep up the good work. We're coming up on a live break here. Ambassador Ran Gidor, keep up the good work with Ukrainian children with cancer.